Let's take a deep breath in and close our eyes and center ourselves in the present moment, in our bodies, just being present with everything that's going through our awareness, to our minds, to our bodies. Taking another deep breath in, and when you exhale, just release all these thoughts, images, notions in the outside world, being more present, being more open to today's hypnosis, to healing, to support, to love and abundance. Welcome to this live session. This is a weekly series called We Are in This Together, where we meet weekly on YouTube for guiding, where I will guide live hypnosis based on a collective theme that I'm feeling and that I'm singing to the healers around me, to my clients. I'm a projector and I have this gift. I know may sound a little bit like ooh, or too spiritual, but I have this skill of getting in tune to whatever is shifting on a collective level. So every time we are going through a like general theme of transformation or healing in our personal lives, in our relationships, in our business, I can feel it and it's showing in my personal life as well. So I'm going through the same theme as well. So one example for you to understand exactly what I'm talking about is when the pandemic started, and you know that there was this wave of healers that were starting Instagram accounts and starting getting coaching certifications and doing healing sessions with other people. So I was one of those people. I started, but I felt it like I am the only one that started this transformation from a classic traditional 9 to 5 to finding a purpose in also creating a business out of that. And later on I found out that by getting on Instagram and knowing more entrepreneurs, that this online space was full with people that were doing the same, that were feeling the same as myself. So this weekly series will be also for me an exercise to tune deeper into this gift, because I am really logical. So I try to understand everything by logic and by making sense of it and by rationalizing it. So it may be possible, that when you are too rational and when you are too much in your mind, then you reject or you run from these gifts that are to be intuitive or to lead others through your feelings, through your embodiment. And this will be the topic for today, this new leadership, this new way of leading people, which is through the body, through intuition and through guidance. So this series will be also an exercise for me to connect deeper with this skill and to trust myself more on sharing these lessons that I'm going through. So you can tell me as well if you resonate with them, if they help you in your day-to-day life. And as I said, today will be about talking a little bit about this topic, the new paradigm of leadership, and then I will guide you into a hypnosis called Embodied Leadership, where you will experience this transition from the old paradigm to the new paradigm. So, what I want to share on this, my knowledge, my expertise after working for 3 years with women entrepreneurs, and what I've been also going through in these years was that um, we came from our 9 to 5. Most of entrepreneurs came from their 9 to 5 into creating a business, and they came from a set of a structure, a set of rules of having a business. So we came from a strict schedule. We came from having a boss that gives us orders. uh, going to others and ask them for answers that maybe we are the only one that we know, um, following guidelines, following what others do, what others say. This overdoing, like if I will do more, I will make more money. If I work more, then I will have more clients. So this masculine based, wounded masculine based paradigm. And most of the entrepreneurs that I met, that I work with, and even myself, thought that if we do the same way with our business, then we will have the same result. Because in our jobs, if you worked more, you will get a promotion, you will get, your a salary raise. So these things worked. In the old paradigm, these things worked. And even if for, let's say, for older, like for coaches that are for a longer time in this industry, sorry, I see that it works to grind, to work a lot, to have events, to have a book, to have podcasts, to have all these products at the same time, and to have a huge team and do all the time like launches and, sharing about their services and so on. And it worked for them. It worked even in coaching because it was the old paradigm. And because energetically we are now in this age of the feminine, we are in Aquarius age. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know exactly, like astrology based, but from what I read, I know that we also like shifted on a collective level from a masculine to a more feminine energy type of leadership, and that, of course, that started to show up in our businesses as well. So for my example, when I started my business, I created a schedule. Like I would wake up at 7, I would go to the gym, then I would come back home, I would eat my breakfast, and then I would work for 8 hours to my business and on my business, and I would finish at 6, and then I would spend time with my partner or do things. And sometimes if I had clients, I would work like more than 6 o'clock and during weekends as well. And I would go to other business entrepreneurs or business coaches and ask them about how I should do my business, what roles should I take, how should I promote my services, what products should I create, and all of these things. And basically, it was the same paradigm that I had in my 9 to 5. I brought it into my business. And guess what? It didn't work. It didn't work. So the more I tried, the more I was working, the more I was like into this way of struggling and making it and working over time and during the weekends, the less clients I had, the less engagement I had with my posts on social media, the less the money I received in. And I had during the way some glimpses, some intuition, but because I was too settled on the old paradigm and too used to, because our subconscious mind is just, a mechanism that keeps us safe and does that by keeping us in the familiar and what's known for us. Even if we have something in our lives that does more harm than good, because we are used to that thing, it's really hard to change it and to do something else, do something better instead, even if it does more good to us. So basically, um, I knew that I had glimpses of what I want to create, because my reason for quitting my 9 to 5 was because I was working like crazy, and because I didn't have free time, and I didn't enjoy like being with my friends and doing other stuff and talking about work and being focused about work and things like that. So the reason that I wanted to start a business is to have freedom to have a session whenever I want to have a session, to make more money by just showing up online and sharing my gifts, by creating my own way of leading a business, by, setting my own set of rules, by sharing my own unique voice. And what I was doing was exactly the opposite. I was reproducing exactly what I was doing in my 9 to 5, because I was used, because my subconscious mind was conditioned to operate in this way, because that made me feel safe. And the glimpses that I had throughout the way were these glimpses of, when I would take a break from Instagram, from doing posts, from doing things, and I was like just resting or going with my sister to have a massage together on a Wednesday, or we would go to a spa, or we would go and do our nails together, or just taking a day off in the middle of the week and reading and just being in my feminine, or taking a bath or whatever, but not working. That was the moment that clients showed up for me. That was the moment that I received money. I don't think in 2.5 years since I ran my business, I ever received money when I was working or posting or showing up online, or, trying to convince people of my value. No, it never showed up like that, because the universe tried to notice me, that to try to make me aware of this thing, that the old way is not working, so I need to let it go. But you know how it is with being attached to something. I feel like for an entrepreneur, our businesses are like our child, right? Right? So it's like your creation. You make it from scratch. You invest in it. Your time, your money, your efforts, your love, your attention and focus, your hopes, your dreams, everything. You attach everything onto that business, because it's like the legacy that you want to leave in this world. So of course that if you're trying your things in a certain ways, it's really hard to let go of some things, because they are your creation. They are the way that you thought it would work. It's not that easy. Like, even if I'm like, I was doing hypnosis with myself every day. So I'm a hypnotherapist, and what I was my niche is like business hypnotherapy. I was helping other entrepreneurs up level by using deep embodied hypnosis. But even with all the healing in the world, I couldn't let go of that old traditional way. It was stronger than me, because I felt that if I keep going on, if I keep doing it, at some point the success will come, the money will come, the fame, the easiness will come, and everything. But I was too afraid to listen to the signs and to listen to my body, to my intuition. That was all the time telling me, slow down. You don't need to have 10 social media accounts like Pinterest and YouTube and Facebook and podcast and all these things. You don't need to launch 2 programs in a month. You don't need to create 5 posts per day. You don't need to do any of these things. You just need to feel aligned and to share your voice as your soul wants you to share it. But I was afraid. So, of course, that in time, that build up a lot of resentment, a lot of bitterness, especially if you know human design. As a projector, your signature is success, but your sign of misalignment is bitterness. So if you feel like it tastes sweet in your mouth when an opportunity or a person comes up into your reality, then that's something that you should take on, because it's aligned to your energy. But if you feel bitter or sad, then it's something that you should let go of, because it's not something that will feel aligned for you. But of course, it takes years to experiment with this energy and to really understand what's good for you, what's not. You still want to try the bitter, even if you know you will feel disappointed at some time, because this is how human works. Sometimes we need to learn through suffering. So along the way, I feel that, it was every little step that I took. Like in the beginning, I was working full time to my business on my business. Like I was staying like 18 hours per day, even during the weekends. Then I become burnout and I started creating a schedule for my business. Then I would starting to work even less than that. Then I would start to meditate in the morning and ask guidance to what can I share today so I can feel something that feels aligned for me, that can also bring me abundance and can help my message to be shared through with the world. And I would receive an aligned guidance and I would start taking that. Sometimes I would go into the old ways. And it was with this little step by step by step by step that I would more and more surrender to the feminine, surrender to my intuition, surrender to the divine guidance, and step into this new paradigm of leadership, which sounds really good on paper because basically you just meditate in the morning, ask for a divine guidance on what you should do that day in your business to make money, to have a successful business, then taking that aligned step and rest, surrender, leave it to the universe. Like, for example, you have an idea to offer a discount to your service. You do that, you create that coupon code, you share it on social media, and then you rest. Then you go for a spa day, then you go and just take a walk in the sun or things like that. And you just release it and you are calling in the universe to come and meet you halfway, because having a business is like having a relationship. It's a 50-50 exchange, right? How much time can you give, and money and effort and love and hopes and dreams, if you are not met halfway? How many years can you do you think you can work on something that doesn't get you results? I think that at some point, yes, it's important in the beginning to give free stuff and offer free workshops and, like have like a free community that you share tools with and all of these things, like share posts with free knowledge and do lives with a lot of value in them so you can establish your niche, your expertise in the online space. But at some point, the universe needs to meet you halfway and needs to bring you the clients, the money, the success that you've been investing your energy in, right? So that's why for me it was after doing and investing and offering so much that to this point that I felt depleted. I felt like I couldn't, I didn't have anything left to give. Like even with my partner, I couldn't give him the love that I used to give him, or the attention. Like my mind would travel back to my business, or with my friends, I would talk about my business again and again. So when I noticed that I don't have anything else to give because I gave everything to my business, then I stopped everything. I stopped everything and I took a break from everything, from Instagram, from everything that meant business, from thinking all the time about my business, from everything. And I started to work internally. I started to work with replenishing myself and my energy and giving to myself what I gave to my business all this time. And that meant, like redesigning everything from scratch into my business and being uncomfortable to step into this new feminine leadership paradigm, which, as I said, sounds good on paper because it's like you work 2 hours on a day, but it feels uncomfortable to let it go. It feels uncomfortable to surrender the results to the universe. But at some point, you can achieve greater success by doing that. It's just allowing yourself to be supported by the universe, allowing yourself to be helped, like asking for help. Universe, I cannot do it anymore. I cannot do it alone. I ask for support. I ask for you to meet me halfway. and to bring me the clients, the money, the success I deserve and I know that I'm available for. So I think that all this journey, for me and for the clients that I worked in the past years, brought a lot of grief. So I feel that part of, embodying the new paradigm of leadership is also healing this grief, is healing, sorry, these parts of us that are in a way, you know, stuck to the old paradigm, are invested that much effort and love and support, and maybe had some years that were invested in this business and the success didn't show up. Maybe you thought that if you post daily on Instagram for 2 years, then the clients will come up, and they didn't come. Maybe you thought that if you collaborate with other women in your podcast, then your message will be shared in their audience, and then you'll have an even greater audience or people buying your stuff, and it didn't happen. So I feel that part of the healing process is releasing all these lost dreams and hopes and the suffering that sometimes we don't allow ourselves to feel. Because, you know for example, with my business, whenever I was like suffering, I would like feel so tired to share with my partner again and again and again that, I'm suffering with my business. I don't have clients again. I don't have money again. I feel depleted again and all this stuff. Repeating that all over again. I felt shame. I felt small. I didn't want for him to be the one that's listening all the time to my problems with my business. So even that, keeping that suffering for ourselves, I feel it's part of some stuckness, and all these things, like all these wounds, all this grief, are subconscious blocks that are keeping us from fully releasing the past and getting into this new future paradigm of leadership. So, I'm going to guide you now into an embodied hypnosis where you will tune into this new paradigm of leadership and release the old paradigm of leadership. So, whenever you have the space and the time, you can find a quiet room where you can be just for yourself for the next 15 minutes. I advise you to stand with your back straight on a sofa, bed, a chair, or if you stay horizontally, put a pillow under your head so you don't fall asleep. The hypnosis works best if you have headphones or earphones or earplugs. So you can pause this video and find some time to bring your headphones, a glass of water close to you, and finding that comfortable space where you can relax for the next 15 minutes. Okay, so I brought my mic a little bit closer to me so you can hear me even better. So we will start with a few deep breaths together, and I invite you to take a deep breath in. And when you exhale, just close your eyes and shift your awareness from the outside world in the inside world, in this magical world that we will explore today. Just be aware of your body, of this present moment. And let's take a few deep breaths into your heart, imagining that you're taking green air through your nose, traveling to your throat, into your heart. And this green air is refreshing your heart, and it cleanses it from any grief, any sorrow, any worry, any sadness, any negative emotion. And when you breathe out, you breathe this red air because you release any tension, anything stuck in your body. So do this breath for a few times with me. Breathe into your heart. You can even place your both hands into your heart, or a hand on your heart and a hand on your belly, whatever feels more comfortable and supporting for you. And breathe into your heart. Breathe in deeply, green, fresh air that heals you, refreshes you, and breathe out red, tensioned air that relaxes you, that lifts you. Feel the connection with your heart, with the seat of your power, of your emotion, the guide to your life, the guide to your successful business, the guide to your most aligned relationships, and the guide to your happiest life. Once you are fully grounded in your heart space and you are connected with this beautiful place, the center of your existence, what I invite you to do now is I invite you to use the power of your mind, of your imagination. It's like you're pretending to create with your mind's eye the following elements and situations that I'm about to share with you. So I want you to imagine that you are on an hot air balloon and you're soon starting to take off and float into the air. And around this hot air balloon, you have 10 bags. Each bag is filled with your past hurts, sadnesses, griefs, heaviness, tensions, subconscious blocks, limiting beliefs that keeps you back from your old paradigm of leadership, from your old business. Because at the end of this new hypnosis, you will step up into the new paradigm of leadership and into your new business. A business that will be abundant and successful because you are guiding it through your heart by listening to your heart. So I want you to look around you in this hot air balloon and see if maybe you have some comforting pillows sitting around in this hot air balloon. You're looking to the balloon and you see that it has your favorite color. You feel supported in it, you feel safe. Maybe you have some ropes around you or like a little fence that's holding you. And in the middle of this hot air balloon, there is the fire that fuels the balloon. So you're sitting on a soft pillow in this hot air balloon and you're watching this fire and you're soon preparing to take off into the air. And I will count from 10 to 1, and with each number, you are going up into the sky and you're cutting off, releasing, throwing out of the hot air balloon each one of the bags around you that represents your ex business with everything that you attached yourself to it, everything that you don't need it, that doesn't serve you anymore. So we are preparing to start floating now into this air, into the air. And then I invite you to start throwing the first bag. And I want you to throw all the grief that you felt in your business. The grief that maybe you didn't receive the money that you wanted to receive. The grief that maybe you didn't get the clients that you wanted, or that it was hard for you and nobody understood you. Or maybe the grief that you invested a lot of money or a lot of time or a lot of resources and they didn't got manifested. You didn't receive as you wanted, as much as you wanted back. Or maybe it is the grief that some of your dreams and hopes regarding to this old paradigm of leadership didn't get fulfilled. And that's okay. When you allow yourself to release all this grief, you allow yourself to go into the next stage of leadership, to create a business that's even better than your old business. A business where you will actually receive your dreams, your hopes, the money, the success, the clients that you desire by working less and smarter. Congrats for showing this courage and for cutting the 10th balloon. And 9. Now you're throwing up, you're cutting off the ninth bag around the hot air balloon. And with each bag that you're cutting, the balloon gets lighter and lighter, and you get higher and higher into the air. And when we will reach to the first balloon that you will cut and the last balloon, then you'll be into the new paradigm of leadership. You'll be high into the sky and you will see your new business, your new leadership role. And you leave behind here on the base of where the balloon started to rise up, you leave behind the old leadership. So now prepare to throw the 8th balloon and cut this balloon as well. Sorry, the 9th balloon. And now prepare to cut the 9th balloon and throw this balloon into this air as well. And throw with it all the sadness that you felt in your old business. All the times you cried on the floor. All the times you asked for clients and they didn't come up. Or you were looking into your account and you saw that maybe there isn't so much left and you were to this point of being really sad and disappointed. And when you're cutting all these bags, you're also allowing yourself to feel all this sadness. Because when you fully feel it, when you fully face your emotions, your fears, you actually dismantle their power. You actually allow them to be released and allow your body to be fully released of these old wounds and tensions and traumas and emotions. So allow yourself for the first time to really feel this sadness, to really feel this sadness. Remember all the times that you cried, all the times that you were disappointed, maybe all the times that you jumped into a sales call and the client didn't show up, or every time that the client promised to buy a service or a product from you and they didn't say anything after that, or they didn't respond to your email, to your message. And release that. Feel the sadness of it. Feel the sadness of all of it and release it. Release it once and for all. This is not you anymore. This is not your reality. And now prepare to cut off the next bag, which is the number 8. And the balloon is getting lighter and lighter, and you're getting higher and higher into the air. And you prepare to throw up this balloon with all the anger that you felt, all the frustration for the unfairness that you felt, for you just wanting to share your gifts to the world, for you just wanting to be a good healer, to save humanity, to show your gifts. And people didn't saw you. People didn't receive you as you wanted. They couldn't see your gifts. And that left you depleted and frustrated and angry. So allow yourself to feel all that anger, to feel it in your bones, in your teeth, in your fingers, in your hands, in your fists. Allow yourself to feel all that anger. It's okay to feel it all now so you can fully release it. And prepare yourself to throw the next bag, which is the number 7. And the balloon is getting lighter and you are getting higher and higher into the air. And I want you to throw now all the overdoing, throw all the tasks, all the bullet points, all the agendas, all the shoulds. I should work more. I should do this. I should have more sales calls. I should launch more. I should have more clients. I should sell more. I should blah, 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 blah. No, throw all the shoulds out. Throw it all out into the air and see it floating back, down, below. Throw the overdoing, throw the overworking, throw sacrificing your evenings, your weekends to work for a business, to work for this old model of creating a business. Throw it all. This is not you. This is not why you wanted to have a business. This is not how you see your future. This is not how you deeply want to create a business. You want to create a business full of freedom and spaciousness. So throw that out as well. Throw this masculine overdoing, throw this old paradigm. It's not yours, it's not you. This is not how your soul wants to lead a business. And prepare now to throw the next bag, which is the number 6. And I want you to throw out every strategy that you learn, every step that any mentor gave you, every 5 steps to success, every 3 steps to sell, every selling strategy, every business guidance, everything that you learned and it didn't felt like yours. I'm sure that you worked with coaches that in the past advised you that you should have sales calls, even if for you didn't felt aligned to do that. Or maybe you should show up online every week and do live session on Instagram, even if you didn't feel comfortable to do that. And I want you to throw all of this and see yourself how you throw all of this out. You're throwing this bag and you make it with passion, with all your senses. You're like, you can use your breath, your sound, your voice, your throat, everything. So you can feel how you really release that from your system because this is not you. You cannot lead a business with tools and techniques and tips that doesn't sound like you. Maybe that was the reason why you weren't successful because you forced yourself to do some things that weren't aligned and the people around you felt that. And the universe was trying to guide you towards what feels aligned for you so you can have this vision, this vision and this business based on pleasure, on ease, on love. So throw every tips, every tricks, every book, every course, every workshop, every mentorship you experienced and make room for your own guidance. And now I invite you to cut and throw the next bag, which is the number 5. So I invite you to feel that with each bag that you're cutting and throwing out into the air, you're body becomes straighter and straighter. You feel more and more confident in your power. You feel more open in your heart to receive more guidance, more support, more love, more abundance, more insights on how to create a business that feels good for you. So with number 5, with the bag number 5, I want you to throw up everything that's around structure and schedule. Throw the old paradigm, throw the belief that you need to have a Monday to Friday schedule, that you need to have like a 9 to 5 schedule, that you need to work in a certain way, that you need to have a structure in your business, and you need to launch in a certain way. All these things, throw it out of this balloon, out of your reality, and feel how you have more ease in your body. Because this is not why you wanted to have a business. You wanted to have a business so you can go on a spa day on Tuesday if you want. So you can have all your calls in a Wednesday if you want, and then have all the week free. Because you wanted to have a business so you can launch in your unique way. Maybe to just post a story or do a live or write a book about your service. Who knows? Only you know what feels aligned for you. But in order to get into that guidance, you need to fully release the old conditioning. So now allow yourself to fully release all these old stories. Release all the structure, all the schedule, and make room for your own structure, your own schedule. Okay, so now we are getting into the fourth bag. So I invite you to cut and throw now the fourth bag out into this air, allowing yourself to feel more ease into your body, more confidence, more power. And I want you to throw out any limiting belief around how you should make money in your business. That you should have sales call or lunch in a certain way, or show up daily online, or uh, the more you work, the more money you need to make. Anything regarding to money and business, anything you learn from another business coach, anything that you learn from a book, from a workshop, anything that you heard to other entrepreneurs in the online space that they were successful by using that method. No, you create money in your own way. You attract money in your own way. Money comes to your unique energy. So, how does your energy want to be expressed in your business? This is the way that money will come to you the easiest. Allow yourself to throw all the shoes on how to make money out of the window. Throw all the sales scripts, all the launch strategies, all the 3 steps formulas to success, everything. Throw it and feel it. Like you can use your body, you can use your voice, you can use your throat, and throw it, and allow yourself to feel how much spaciousness you have now in your body, because you don't have to sell in a certain way because some Instagram business coach says that this is the only way to be successful. No, that is not your truth. And allow yourself to feel how good that all feels. And now I want you to prepare yourself to throw the bag number 3 into the air. So throw the third bag into the air, and I want you to release all the comparison that you made with other entrepreneurs in the online space, that you should do this, that you should do that in order to be the same as successful as they are. Maybe you were just opening up your Instagram and you saw somebody that you started in the same time with them and they were making more money. Or maybe that you saw somebody that were having the same niche with you and they were more successful, and you're starting to compare your point of the journey with their point of the journey without realizing that we all have our unique lessons and our unique timeline. Time is not linear, it's individual. So throw comparison out of this hot air balloon, out of your reality, and replace it with, if she can do it, I can do it, with encouragement, with inspiration. And you will see how much your energy will shift, because comparison is really a low vibrational energy that keeps you back. So throw comparison out of the window. And every time you get online and you see an entrepreneur that you feel comparing with, just shift that into, if she can do it, I can do it. Or if it feels too triggering, allow yourself to filter your Instagram following, and you can just block people out. Give yourself that power to block people that feel too triggering to you, if that is something that feels easy in your body. So we're now preparing to throw the last two bags that will get you into this new paradigm of leadership. So I invite you now to prepare and throw the second bag out of this hot air balloon. And I invite you to release any trauma, any stuck emotion, anything that you feel it's left from the old paradigm of business, from the how your old business used to look and feel like. Any financial trauma that you had, any emotional trauma, anything that happened and left you with an emptiness, with a depletion, with a sadness, with a disappointment, with a frustration, with an aggressivity, anything that felt like unease in your body, throwing that out of this hot air balloon, out of your reality, to make room for new emotions, to make room to attract new higher frequency emotions and energies into your new business. Now I invite you to throw the last bag, the number one bag, which is all the conditioning around the old paradigms of business. That you should struggle, that you should do hard work, that you should work more, that you should sacrifice your extra time, your weekends, that you should be a tough woman, an independent woman, that you should invest or that you shouldn't invest. Anything that's keeping you from creating a business that feels aligned for you. Throw that last bag and really allow yourself to feel empty, open to the new paradigm of leadership, which is just listening to your heart and taking guidance from your divine self, not from other business coaches, not from old conditioning, not from fear, not from shoulds, but just from what feels good for you. So throw that old conditioning into the air and allow yourself to feel this new paradigm of leadership. And you're now higher in this air to the highest point. And I invite you to get out of this balloon where it's like a house in the clouds, and you're stepping into that house. And that house is your business. You're stepping into this huge office that looks like the office of your dreams. Maybe you have a painting with you on the wall. Maybe you have a lot of prizes with the achievements that you had in your new business. You have some bean bags, you have a comfortable armchair, you have a lot of a spa, you have a massage room, you have an assistant that is in one of the rooms that's filtering all the messages and calls that comes to you. You have a safe that's fulfilled with money, because you followed your heart, because you allowed yourself to follow this new leadership of coaching, where you work for your aligned business for less time but more efficient, smarter, a business that you are in love with, that you cannot wait to wake up in the morning and create for it, a business that feels like you, a business that gives you fulfillment and happiness and abundance. And you are really excited knowing that you created that by following your true intuition, by being connected with your inner guidance. And allow yourself to imprint with all this richness. You have like this great office desk with the latest technology, the latest computer, the latest phones. You have an armchair, a CEO armchair full of velvet in your favorite color. You have the most expensive rugs and furniture. You have all this. You have a hammock. You have a great couch. You have huge plasma screens. You have there anything that feels like your dream office. And you are so happy that you're looking around you and you're feeling the success. You're feeling the abundance. You're feeling this new paradigm of leadership, and you know that it was worth it to release the old paradigm of leadership to get here, to get to the business of your dreams. So I want you to know that this experience is yours, that you can create this experience whenever you want, that you can come back to this ideal office whenever you want, and you can tune into this new embodied leader that you are by just putting a hand on your heart, taking a deep breath in, closing your eyes, and just allowing yourself to immerse in your ideal office, in your ideal business, in your ideal leadership role. Connecting yourself with the feeling, the vibes, the beliefs, the emotions that you feel in this moment. Feeling the confidence in your body, feeling the empowerment you have because you followed your guidance, feeling the success of your business, feeling the abundance of your bank account. And you can come back here whenever you want. And the more you come back here, the faster you'll bring this reality to manifestation. The faster you'll manifest this reality into the 3D world. Before we come back to the present moment, I invite you to see that in front of you there is a mirror and you see yourself smiling, having your head a little bit turned up in this confident posture, putting your hands on your shoulders in this superwoman posture and smiling with you to you with this confident look, feeling the most powerful CEO that followed her dreams, feeling incredible proud for doing this hypnosis, for doing the inner work, for following your guidance, for creating your business, and for being boldly courageous to follow your dreams. Admire yourself, see the expensive clothes that you are dressed in, tune into the vibe, the CEO vibe that you're having. Watch and admire the luxurious jewelry that you have on your neck, on your fingers, and embody this new version of yourself, this new leader, this new paradigm leader into your body, into your soul, into your heart, into your reality. And soon I will be counting from 5 to 1, and with each number, you will come here with me in this present moment, but bringing with you everything you experienced in this hypnosis. So, 5, take with you this new role of leader that you felt in this moment. Take the vibe, the courage, the attitude, the confidence, the power, and bring it here with us. 4, bringing with you this ideal business that you created just by following your heart. And bring with you the abundance that you have in your bank account, the success that you have with your business, and the fulfillment that you have for following your dreams. 3, you're feeling the clothes on your skin, you feel the temperature in your room, You are aware that you are in your room. 2, you feel the chair, the sofa, the bed you're sitting on. You feel the present moment. And when I say the next number, you'll be here with me, coming back completely to the present moment. So, 1, open your eyes and welcome back with me. You can take a deep breath in, raise your hands, place them on your heart space, and just being immensely grateful for yourself for doing this hypnosis, for being part of this live session today, for showing up for yourself, for showing up for your business, and for following your dreams, because I know from my experience that it's not easy. So, I want you to integrate this hypnosis by doing some journaling with how you felt in the hypnosis, by recording a video, sharing with your future self how it felt for you to do this hypnosis, and by starting to listening to your heart daily, taking a breath in, placing a hand on your heart, and doing this every morning by asking your divine self, your higher self, source, God, whatever you want to call it, what aligned step can I take today in my business? And just wait for the answer. And if the answer doesn't come back in the first second, just wait a little bit longer or just surrender it, and you'll see that you'll receive different intuition, guidance, images throughout the day. So I will see you next week at the same time on this YouTube channel to do another live hypnosis. Sorry if I was a little bit mumbling and misspelling words. It's my first live hypnosis on YouTube, so I was a little bit nervous. And the hypnosis I created was on spot hypnosis. Was a hypnosis that it just felt intuitively to share it with you today. I never done it before. This is how I do every session. I create hypnosis intuitively based on what my clients shared with me. And if you want to go deeper with this process, if you encounter some blockages in your business or with your money mindset, or you feel that it's hard to release the struggle and to embody this new leadership role, then I'm offering one-to-one sessions, and I will leave the link to in the description for that. And I will be really happy to guide you in this journey of releasing the old conditioning, the old paradigm of leadership, and being part of this new paradigm of leaders that creates businesses that feel good, that are abundant, that we have time to spend our free time with our partners, with our kids, with our friends, doing stuff that we like, and also work for a few hours on our business and be successful, because this is the new paradigm of leadership and we can be part of that. We can embody that new leadership role as long as we release the old conditioning, the old struggle, the burnout, the overworking, the overdoing, and we embody the resting, taking action from an aligned space, being, asking for help from the universe, asking for guidance, for support, and really, attracting soulmate clients that feel good for us and makes us to feel fulfilled with our business. Because what's the purpose of creating a business that doesn't feel good? Maybe we can do that for a year or two. We can make some money, but this is not our role. As a new paradigm of leadership, we cannot just make money. If we want to just make money, then we would go to a job. But we cannot just make money. We want to make money and we want to have fun and we want to feel fulfilled and we want to, work with aligned clients that feel good for us. So I really hope that my talk today and my hypnosis was supporting in your business. And if you're feeling one of the things that I shared that happened to me and my clients in the past years, I want you to know that you are not alone and that it's normal. We are facing now a change that I know it's not comfortable, but it will be for the good. because nobody wants to spend a life um, working and sacrificing our needs and our time spent with family. We don't want to recreate the old family models where we work all the time and we don't have time to spend with our kids, with our partners. We want a business that can allow us to have this free time, to do a spa day during the week, to spend time with our kids, and also have sessions and have a successful business. So, thank you again for watching me.